I forgot that I turned the volume down on my neck pickup. I was gonna go to the neck pickup and be like, and then all of a sudden I was like, dang it, you traded it all away to be Ace Frehley for 5 seconds. Oh man. I was originally playing the custom, but the Switch is acting up on it, probably because I'm always doing the Ace Frehley, and yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So, how is everybody? I think I should have levels. I do. Ow, 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 ow! I was just showing the channel members tomorrow giveaway. It's gonna be sick. Guys, I just broke your high E string. Bloop! That's a bummer. Yo, Robert. Hey, Brune. Doing good, man. Doing good. Hanging in there on a Saturday. LA! That was a great man. It's almost like we were just hanging out, weren't we? Sorry. Today was the day of the clinic for the 8-course bundle. When is this starting? Right now. Boom. What's the first song you learned to play on guitar? First, like, full song? Like, the first riff I could ever play was Smoke on the Water on the high E string. But the first song I did ever play was Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. Then you were introduced to Eevee. Well, actually, a lot of those songs, Eddie started it all for me, but I just couldn't play any Eddie. You know, the first thing I ever learned to play from Eddie, now that I think about it, was actually because my dad liked the song Ice Cream Man so much. And I couldn't figure out how he was getting that high E string, which is David Lee Roth, not even Eddie. Really enjoy your courses. Still going through them. Looking forward to tomorrow's surprise giveaway. Awesome. Hey, Brian, thank you so much for getting the courses, man. They might still be linked in this thing. Originally, I wasn't going to have them on sale again. We're actually going to do a sale maybe starting next week for the Black Friday kind of like sale. It's going to be the same exact sale as it was before, but it'll be available for one more week. So if anybody wants them now, they're linked down there because this was an old template from an old live stream, and after I clicked on it, I was like, oh, there's the things. I don't even know if those links work. So if they don't work, totally sorry, but they will be available again next week. Oh snap! Oh man! A new channel member. Oh wait, it means you get the new member riff, man. Hold on, I wasn't ready for this. Old member just renewed. Well, you still get the new member riff. Ah, I can't do it. My hand's not warmed up for shred yet. I do need a Rowdy Roddy Piper shirt. Love the bite in your tone. Oh, thank you very much. It's a lot of it's just guitar. You know, there's a lot of snap. Oh, your grandpa just died. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hello there. I hope you guys are, you know, doing obviously as good as you can with all that. That's not good at all. Sean, well, as I live and breathe, is that right? I do declare, Mr. Tubbs, I do declare. There is, let's put Tubbs on the spot. If you're not subscribed to Sean's channel, you have to subscribe. It's like a, what's it called? A crime if you're not. I actually just subscribed to Doug Rappaport. He started a Patreon, and he's posting these videos. I haven't learned any of them yet, but he's got like 5 or 6 videos, and I just joined his Patreon, so I'm like, yes, finally, Doug's posting some lessons. But Sean is the ultimate. You know, I was getting ready to text you, Sean, because I needed some nerd advice. But then I was like, but maybe he's too much of a nerd. It's just the way it is, I suppose. Do you ever mess with Fender amps? I love your amp. Loved you amp show. It's been a while since you've done one. No, you know, I've never really played too many Fender amps, to be honest. I don't think I've ever played like a Tweed or, you know, Super whatevers they are, and Twin this and that. I don't know anything about Fender amps. I'm such like either like a modern guy or like a Marshall guy, and I've never went down the Fender route. Fender did ask me about checking out some amps, but they were like combo amps, and same reason why I wouldn't demo the Morgan combo was just I'm like, it doesn't make any sense because I don't have mics. So, and some people were confused by what I said by that, because then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, the amp is mic'd up with a 57 and a 121. But what I'm saying is my 2 notes here is digitally mic'd. And this is actually what I wanted to ask you, Sean. If you could help me set this up, because I can never just. I mean, obviously, part of it is your hands. You know, Sean has amazing sounding hands, but I can never really get it to sound the way that I want it, and I need someone who understands how to dial the stuff in to help me with it. But anyways, I'm using like a 4x12 cabinet, and it's mic'd digitally. It's like a digital mic with a 57 and a 121. You can run the combo into Philip. Yeah, no, you could totally do that, Philip. But to me, it defeats the purpose of the combo because, you know, I think a huge part of the combo sound would be the actual speaker and the combo cabinet and all that kind of stuff. And if I bypass all of that and just run it into the 2 notes, I'm just kind of like, well, what am I demoing? Oh, well, thank you, Sean. I will. I'll bug you like always. I'm sorry, John. John Garten, second. I got your super sticker, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you meant to leave a comment with that, dude, leave it in there. But thank you very much for that. I was like, no, I missed someone. Miguel, thoughts on modeling amps like the Boss Katana? You know, I like the Boss Katana a lot at lower volumes, and I had to use one this past Winter NAMM, which seems like a lifetime ago, but I had to play each day with it, and then the one day, it sounded fine when we were like running it into the mixing board, or like they like mic'd it up and it sounded pretty good. But on the one day we didn't have it, it wasn't working, so I just had to like turn it up loud. And to me, that's just where I just don't know a solid state amp that doesn't start to fall apart when you get them loud. You know, like that's where tube amps shine, and then you get a solid state amp, and that's where they just like low volume, amazing. High volume, it's like they just, I don't know how to describe it. They get all flubby. Stab thumbs up for the Robert kid. Usually a Fender amp guy. I mean, trust me, I got buddies. You know, Nick, one of my dudes, Nick, is always telling me, it's like, dude, when are you gonna get a Fender amp? You know, or you know, Matthew Scott's always rocking Fender stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm such like I guess I'm just such a Marshall guy, you know, in my heart. So I'm sure I would, because I mean, look at where Marshall amps came from. So it makes sense that I would probably like Fender amps. But yeah, I haven't went down that rabbit hole yet. I was looking into getting an Axe-Fx 3, and I've been watching a lot of this awesome YouTuber. I just, you know, he quickly became one of my favorite channels. His name's Leon Todd, and I think it was you guys recommended him a bunch to me. I've had a lot of you guys recommend his channel. I'm just like super slow at ever checking anyone out. And then I kept seeing him comment on Michael Nilsson's videos. And I was like, hey, this is the guy that everyone's like, keeps saying, you got to check out Leon Todd. Like, you love his stuff. And sure enough, absolutely love his playing, his channel, all that stuff. And he's always doing this Axe-Fx 3 stuff. So I was looking at, I was like, well, maybe if I could get an Axe-Fx 3, I could sell my Axe-Fx 2. Because the selling rate of the 2 XLs are pretty high right now. And I was like, all right, well, I might end up doing that. How long did it take to complete your current setup? You know, a really long time, really. If you think about it, like a lot of this stuff, I know a lot of times people see lots of guitars and amps and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, you know, it takes years and years and years to accumulate all this stuff. And the other thing, I know for me, and I'm sure a lot of you can, you know, speak on this as well, because I have friends who have, like, enormous guitar collections and amps, and they have every amp you could possibly think of, and just amazing rigs and setups. That would make all my stuff look like a tiny little, like, speck. But it's like, you know, I don't really buy anything else. Like, you know, I don't spend money on clothes. Like, it's so funny because people are like, how many Macho Man shirts do you have? It's like, I only have like 3 or 4 of them. Like, I have a Ric Flair shirt on. It's like, I literally only own like 5, 6 shirts. Like, that's it. It's like a shirt a day. that's what I own, is like a couple pair of jeans. And I don't spend money on like any of that other stuff. It's just if there's like extra money, I'm like, oh, well, I want to like buy cables to rewire this in a different way, and that kind of thing. And I think that's how you build up the stuff after so long. Or if it's like, I want the Axe-Fx 3, I'm like, all right, well, I can sell the Axe-Fx 2, get this much, and then it's like, oh, I have these pedals I don't need. I'll sell those, and then it kind of like, it all just covers itself. It's almost like bartering. You kind of like barter your way to all the stuff. Where do you get inspiration for songwriting? It's, you know, it's all over the place. It's just if you hear stuff. You know, it's funny because I was just working on a song. Funny enough, he's here in the chat. Sean Tubbs. Rev released this video about their new amp that's coming out, the 120 Mark II. And I don't know what Sean was playing. I didn't learn his thing, but the lick that he was playing was like really inspiring. I was like, oh, that's such a cool. I love the call and answer idea of this. So I was working on that, and then what's the other thing that I was working on? So that kind of inspired an idea, and then let me find, because So I was working on a video about my Strat. I didn't realize it's been almost a year. On the 18th, it will have been 1 year since I got my Strat. Yeah, I don't want to close that. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I was supposed to get a video to someone, and I didn't. And this idea popped up. I'm not sure how well you guys will be able to hear it. And it's just a real simple idea. It's a half step down. But it was, hey, Tony, what's up, buddy? And I was talking to in my clinic this morning about this. I said, you know, it was written on the Strat, not a Les Paul. But it all starts with just one idea. You know, you just need like the tiniest idea to get it all started. And for me, I had this idea. I was going, and that was kind of all I had. And I was like, you know, it'd sound cooler if it had a little bit more delay. You know, I wanted kind of this, not quite that like dotted 8 thing, but just a busier delay. So I'll mute this so you can hear the direct audio. But then I was like, oh, that's it. And then I don't know if it was like instinctual, but I just kind of kept playing with it, and I went to the next section without really thinking about it. So sometimes you kind of like have a map, and sometimes you just play and you just kind of like fumble your way through it. So this is that section of it. You know, and then it was originally like real small. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I want another guitar on top of it, but I don't want all the delay and all that stuff. So I ended up putting this, no, it wasn't the analog, it was the tri-chorus on top of it. This was with the Jazzmaster. Oh, no, it was like you know, and then like that's panned hard right, the other one's hard left, and you just kind of like mess around with the stuff, and then it kind of just takes shape after so long. So that's just kind of how it works for me, anyways. You know, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. It just kind of unfolds and happens. Oh, B. Roy said best harmonic pinch technique for dime bag squeals. Oh, so if you want dime style, you need a whammy bar really to get his. Let me switch guitars here real quick. Okay, I was like, where's my Cali at? If I'm thinking of the one that you're talking about, like his really big, kind of like in Cemetery Gates. To do all those, you have to have, and you really need a Floyd Rose too. Like that kind of thing there that Dime does. I mean, if you're still here, man, let me know if this is what you're talking about. I learned it from Reb Beach. I used to get him back here. Back here's like the coolest one. That, yeah, so that's, yeah, like I said, I learned it from Reb Beach. But it's the same thing that Dime is doing. Basically, like I said, you need a Floyd Rose, and here, let me get you a different setup here. There we go. So it all happens. You have to. It's like 3 moves. You flick the G string open, then you have to push the bar down, and you take your hand and you tap where, you know, like you have the harmonics at. Okay? So like the 5th fret is a really good spot. The 7th fret, you can do it. So you just go, and then you grab that. You have to do it really quick is the trick to it. But there's a really cool one. If you can get it at the 3rd fret. Those are always cool. Or you could do the Joe Satriani version where he picks a harmonic onto the string. You know, and does it with his hand around the guitar. So, it's another way to kind of do it if you want to. 3rd fret, yeah, right here. Because like right between the 2nd and 3rd fret, you have all these harmonics. So if you can get it there, and I'm a lot better at doing them because I would do them when I would play live, and I usually have my whammy bar flicked back like this because you can go. It's just easier for me to do it for some reason. I can't do it. Yeah, if you can get it back here, it sounds so cool. Yeah, I can't do them. You can do it with any trim. Yeah, you can do it on a Strat, but your guitar is going to go completely out of tune because you have to pull on the bar so much. Because, you know, like a Strat will stay in tune if you're doing, like, simple things, you know. But if you really are, like, you know, hanging hard on that whammy bar, man, you're going to need to have a locking system in place. Do I have any other guitars with P90s? Yeah, I have my Friedman. Sorry, I dropped my pick. My Friedman with P90s. And my Gold Top's back there. You're accidentally using the hair mute. I know. Oh. Ah. Horse is always a fan of those oddball harmonics and pull. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a total 80s thing. So my Jimi Hendrix Strat won't work as well? No, it wouldn't, man, to be honest. You know, and that's stuff like that. I think it's just hard on the tremolo because you would need to, for one, you have to be able to pull the bar up. So you would need to have your bridge floating, even on your Strat. You know, normally Strats mostly will go down and up a little bit, but listen how high. I mean, I'm pulling up a full step on that note. See, so I'm going all the way from that G to the A. So typically a Strat tremolo is not set up to give you a full step. You might get like a half step on the up, but you really need it to go. You need to go full step up. Oh, I'm sorry, neck pickup. You the elephant sound? Yeah. Oh, wow, Bill, thank you so much. As always, Robert, great live chat. Keep these arts alive. Hey, thank you very much, Bill. I really appreciate it. And I just appreciate you guys hanging out with me, you know. I'm so happy to be back here doing it. My wife. Hold on one second. Oh man, love your ART SGX 2000. Express videos. I have one also. That's awesome. Yeah, that thing's so cool. I think the I just have the normal one, so I don't have the Express, unfortunately. I think the Express has presets created. There's like a whole nother bank of presets to where they're designed to sound like different artists. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So I would love to see. Sorry, I'm just trying. How do I not have stuff clicked? There we go. I'd love to see Michael Nielsen get to do another one of those videos because his was broken when he got it, and like I was talking about him before, Leon Todd. I'd like to see him because both of those guys are so much more knowledgeable than I am about. Like I'm just like a caveman, you know. When it comes to this stuff, I'm like, turn it on. I'm like, sound good, you know. Like that's how I like go through the stuff. But these guys really like understand how it works, and to me that's really fascinating. How they could pull out all these sounds. Like just watch the way Leon just got an SPX 90. Watch his SPX 90 video. And he's like dialing it in and doing all. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I wish I knew how to do. I mean, if I took the time, I could learn how to do it. But it's, you know, it just shows how much more knowledgeable they are at that stuff than I am. When will I get a PRS core? Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Or do I know? Oh, what's that over? No, I don't know. Best distortion guitar. Depends on what you're playing. But I think a Tele is hard to beat. You know, for being like a well-rounded. When I think of best, I think of like, okay, what guitar can cover a lot of ground? And a Tele really can. The rack is back. That's right. That's why a lot of people, not like complaining in a mean way, but they're like, why aren't you playing the Charvel and all these 80s videos? I'm like, I know, but the issue is I don't enjoy playing the Charvel a whole lot, you know? It's a really cool guitar to have, and I play it, and it has its own thing. But it's not a guitar I can really sit and want to play for like an hour or two. Like sometimes those videos take a long time to shoot. But the Cali, I'm like, I could play this thing all day. It's so, I know it's not 80s. I mean, it's like, it looks like an 80s guitar, but it's not true 80s. But I'm like, I don't know. It sounds better than the Charvel. It plays better than the Charvel. Thoughts on John Petrucci Majesty? You know, I've never played one, but the shapes are kind of like too far out there for me personally. Thoughts on the new Ultra Tele? They're really, really nice. You know, like I said, whenever I tried the Ultra Strat, Tele, and Jazzmaster, how long ago? It was a while ago. But I really liked the Tele a lot. The Jazzmaster was the one that surprised me the most. Sorry, hold on one second. Zach says, please respond to my email. Gmail. I never created logons for purchased courses and have deleted emails and can't access them. I'm not. Send me another email, man, so it kind of bounces to the top. But unless you, how long ago did you buy it? You would have to have bought them like years and years ago. Because the only way that you can buy the stuff now is to create an account and log in information. And unfortunately, since I host my website through Teachable, I don't have access to things like passwords. I was just going through this with someone else who I can't remember what they said. They had lost their login or password or something. And I'm like, I actually don't have access to people's passwords because my school is hosted through Teachable. So if it's a password issue, you actually have to go through Teachable. because I don't have access to that information. But yeah, send me another email, dude, and that way it kind of bounces to the top. You probably will not hear from me until Monday at the earliest, though, just so you know. I don't usually respond to any emails during the weekend. Thoughts on Brian May's Red Special? I think it's a super iconic guitar. Not so much my thing that I would be jamming on, but I mean, it's certainly written some catchy little jingles. Epiphone actually good? I think they're great. Mixing rhythm guitar and lead for soloing. Kind of like the Hendrixy thing. You were like, if you ever had the time, would you consider making a playlist out of your intro songs? Yeah, I've thought about doing something with those. Part of what I'm doing for this like 80s course that I'm doing is I'm writing an 80s song that you'll get the tabs and everything for with the course. So that will have a full song with it and tabs and all that stuff. But yeah, I want to do something where I kind of like get all the intros and just put them together, because I have them all in a folder on my desktop right now, but they're just like randomly spread throughout videos. We tried the Nuno signature guitar. I used to own one of them many years ago. What's crazy about it is it's really small. It's super small. And then I met Nuno, and I realized, because the guitar always kind of looked like normal size on him. I shouldn't say it's really small. It's probably a normal size guitar. It's just all the guitars look like that look really small on me. Oh, anyways, what I was going to say is Nuno, I think Nuno's like 5'8" or 5'9". So it's not that he's short, but I'm 6'2". So, and I think his guitar has like a dinky style body on it maybe, and it was just like, it just felt so small on me whenever I was playing it, so I ended up selling that one. Marty Schwartz? I love Marty. What is your favorite chord on the guitar? Ooh. This one right here. But you have to tell me what the name of it is. My guitar went out of tune. There we go. What's that chord? Hey, cute music. Blip, blip. it's a Friedman. What's that blue one behind you? That one? The blue one right here is a Telly. That one is the Friedman Vintage or Classic S. I can't remember what it's called. G sharp over stupid. It's amazing. I love that chord. This actually has the same pickup in it that is in the Cali. The Classic Plus. I'm so bad at remembering what anything's called. Do all your Friedmans have the same neck shape? No, the Cali is very different. This one and the Vintage T are very similar, but they still feel a little bit different. Oh, hold on. To extreme because of Nuno. Any suggestions? Yeah, if you're trying to get into Nuno, I recommend starting with their second album called Porno Graffiti. Listen to that. That has my favorite Nuno. The next favorite album of mine is probably Three Sides, which is their third album. And the first album, I like it a lot. It's just his tone's different, and it's a little bit more 80s, which I like it. But to me, the second and third album is more Nuno. You know, like it's more. I don't know. I like his tone better. I like his playing better. The first one is way more like shreddy Nuno. So it depends on what kind of like Nuno you like. The Waiting on the Punchline is really cool. I love that whole album. I think that whole album, if I remember right, it was tracked live. They just did it like live as a band. So it's amazing. It's a real raw feel to it, but some really cool stuff. Third guitar in my collection is sitting right there. That one. That guitar right there. Sooner or later, be a he-man, woman hater. It's inevitable, inevitable. Yeah, I'm tuned on. I'm tuned up to standard, but in Nuno's half step. But. Anyways, there we have it. Are you still digging the PRS? I am. Oh man, I'll play it right now. I love that PRS. I do have a new guitar that I cannot show you guys. Actually, you might not even get to see this guitar until the start of next year. It all depends the way. Why can't I get the right thing up here? Here we go. But PRS is sending me just to check out, because if you're if you have all your notifications turned on, you probably saw I posted a poll a little bit ago. I wanted to check out the S2 McCartys. So I was talking to Jean over there, and she said that they'll send me one to check out. Like I said, it won't be mine. I just want to like. I think like that's turned into like one of my favorite things. I'm sure it's kind of like a turn off to some people, and I'll play the PRS here in just a second. But we won't tell Fender, Gibson, PRS. I can't say. But I love getting sent gear now from companies with like no real obligation to it. You know, like I'm reaching out. Before I just kind of like said no, and I just stopped pretty much doing all demos altogether. But now I've gotten to where I really like when I'm like, I want to try this S2 McCarty. I'm like, okay, well, the only options are buy it and then return it, which is kind of like messed up in my opinion. And I was like, well, I'll just ask Gene if I can borrow one for a couple weeks and then send it back to him. And she was like, sure. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they get like a video out of it. I make the video that I want to. It's content. And that kind of stuff has just been like fun for me, like the 80s stuff. It's just, I don't know. I like doing that kind of stuff because it's just, I just like checking out the gear. It's just fun. So I don't know. Like I've had a lot of fun doing that because sometimes I get burnt out doing the lessons and learning and doing all that kind of stuff all the time. So those videos, like the gear videos, are way more like, I guess like mindless would be the thing for me because I really don't research anything. It's just like, oh, this is cool. I want to check this guitar out. So I don't know if you guys dig those as much, but sometimes I know for me, I need like a mental break away from riffs and playing all that stuff. How do you know if you have the right amp? Depends. Like if you are happy with the sound, you know, let me switch guitars for just a second, and then I will answer that a little bit better. The right amp question is kind of interesting because for me, I was never an amp person. I have always said that I'm a guitar person. And what I mean by that is I've always said that I view tones in terms of guitars. It wasn't so much I would switch amps. I would play everything through the same amp, and I would just be like, oh, well, this needs a Tele sound, this needs a Strat sound, or the 12-string, or the 335. Like, that was always how my ear and mind worked. I thought in tones of guitars. And it wasn't until probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I started getting more amps. And I'd like to get a Vox amp. Like, there's still another amp I'd like to get. But I'll certainly never have amps like I do guitars because I still view it that way. But now I also kind of like have added this like layer of, I'm like, oh, well, that's more of like a Marshall sound, or that's this clean sound. That's the rev is more this like modern high gain. So it's kind of interesting. Like I said, you know, your ear will kind of tell you, like, are you searching for something that the amp just can't do? Because if I'm playing through my Marshall and I want it to sound like my rev, well, it's just never going to happen. Not without pedals and all that kind of stuff, because they're just two different amps, you know? What kind of PRS? This is my PRS CE, so this one's actually mine. And this is the one that really, you know, it's funny. I've found with each brand, there needs to be like that one breakthrough moment of guitars, because I never really connected with many PRSs. Until I played, it was actually Henning's Modern Eagle. I don't even know if he still has it. That I played at his house, and I was like, whoa, this is nice. And then at GitCon, they had a McCarty 594 in faded blue jean blue that I loved it. And then I eventually played a CE, and that one I liked. It just wasn't in the, as dumb as it sounds, it wasn't in the color that I wanted. I was like, I really don't want that. And then I got this one, you know, and I was like, yeah, I like the way this one looks. And then the tremolo, everything on it is just incredible. I love this guitar. This is, you know, just kind of like a do-everything guitar. wanted your opinion on BC Rich guitars. I've heard so many bad comments about BC Rich and the type of music that I want to play. That is pretty close to what I want. To be honest, for me, BC Rich, I don't know if I've ever played a BC Rich. I've always liked the Gunslingers, but my buddy, the Tone King, he's the guy to ask about BC Rich. He, that's one of his favorite brands, so he knows a lot about them. Basshead, hello! Nick, just buy a PRS and stop spamming. I don't know what that means. C24 is perfect and all-arounder. Yeah, it really is. Like you said, this is, like my Strat, I have the tremolo system blocked down on it, so I can't actually use the tremolo arm. But whenever I need something with a trim, which whenever I was playing the Jazzmaster, the blue one, it kind of like, it made me realize, I'm like, oh, there's a whole different like side to tremolo on the Jazzmaster side, because I love using this tremolo in this middle position with the coil split. It's just, hold on, here we go. And I always hit it with a little bit of chorus. It's just so, listen to it with just, I'll turn the room like, oh man, Ian Mitchell, thank you so much, man. Hey Robert, I have an LTD edition custom shop, Epiphone SG, and has been considering replacing the pickups. Any suggestions? Epiphone SG. Are the pickups, if they're humbuckers, I really don't know. Trying to think of humbucker names. You know what? I like to try the Saturday Night Specials from Duncan. Try that. If you're wanting to go active, the Fishman stuff, the Fishman Classics would be a really good option. But if you're wanting to stay passive, try the Saturday Night Specials. I've been really wanting to try those myself. I think Doug Rappaport uses those. But anyway, so here's the tremolo in action on this guitar. And it just stays in tune. I haven't played it recently, so watch it go out of tune. But whenever I have it set up and I'm playing it a bunch, it like never goes out of tune. It's intonated perfectly. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this guitar. I have a couple of friends now who have went out and gotten the CE24s, and they're like, dude, you were right. I was like, I told you, man. I told you. So here it is. And it just sounds amazing. I love it so much. Throw on a little bit of this distortion on here. Flip back to the humbucker. Gives you that real nice and fat kind of EJ-ish tone. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I got levels. Do I have levels on my mic? I do. And so here it is with this. That's the PRS. Yeah, this thing just sounds incredible. So, and it reminds me of something that Tim Pierce said. Is, you know, when me and him did that video together, and he actually is the culprit of a big reason why the guitar that I got was his influence. So he's a terrible influence in all the right ways. But you know, in the video he was talking about, I said, you know, I like guitars that kind of fight me a little bit, and he's like, you know, I do too. He's like, that's one side of playing, but he said, but I also like guitars that play effortlessly. And I was like, you know, I always kind of like steered away from that, and then I kind of like I lowered the action on my PRS. I did all these little like tweaks to it, and I made it to where now it just like it plays itself. And I'm like, you know what? There's something really to be said about a guitar that plays almost too easy. It was like a whole different scenario for me to be playing through this guitar that just played really easy instead of like higher action, heavier strings, and you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, oh, okay. That's a whole other side of guitar. You know, I don't know. You just learn these things. And that's why whenever you're listening to someone like Tim talk and all these amazing guys who are, you know, Tim and Bukovac and any of those guys who are willing to share any information, you just listen. And like they can't help but share little important tidbits and that, you know, will make you a better player. And that did. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to like do that. Never gotten into the piezo system. Are you and Ola England light dark side doppelgangers? That's funny. I love Ola though. The easiest guitar to play that I had. Yeah, and like I said, so now I kind of like having the best of both worlds. I like having this guitar. Sorry, it's getting really dark in here. Just like that, it's brighter. I like the guitars that really play easy. Now that's the guitar, like I said, I can't show you yet. You probably won't get to see it till January. But it's sitting over there. It's like that. I was like, no, I want a guitar that just plays itself. And so now I have a few of those that do that. And then sometimes, like I said, I don't want it to be easy. I want to like fight for those notes, and it pulls out a different side. And that's where the Strat or the Esquire and, you know, all that stuff comes into play. So I don't know. It's I feel like the longer you play, the more you are so focused on like the feel of the instrument, all that stuff. Sound come back. I think in another context, could hair metal sound come back? I think the 80s sound can come back. I don't think the hair metal sound will ever come back, if I'm being honest. It'd be cool to be part of something like that, but you know, I don't personally foresee that. How am I? I'm doing great. How are you? We'll probably wrap it up here in just a minute. What's the final guitar? You want the Esquire or the Strat or something? Final guitar of the night? Well. Like I said, I cannot recommend these enough. And like I said, tomorrow the new giveaway starts. The channel members, I was going over all the stuff that we're going to be giving away before the end of the year, and it is crazy. It's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited about just giving all these different products. I don't want to give away too much stuff before you get to see it, but we're going to end the year in a great way. And actually, there's something I forgot to tell channel members. I forgot to tell you about something else. It's another guitar that we are giving away. I think we are. Something kind of happened in shipping, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. The Jazzmaster is in the case in the closet, so unfortunately I can't get that one. been soldering successful for the first time. Dude, Luke, good job, man. Were you soldering your guitars together? Oh, no, that's not a new painting. That's the one my wife painted maybe a year ago? Not sure. Robert, can you please read the questions aloud so I can answer? I know, I always forget to do that. Arthur, you made it, man! You made it! Oh, you know what? I wanted to try something. YouTube was telling me that I could do something here now. Can I do this? Oh, I don't want to put you in timeout. Quick, someone say something cool. Like super cool. Like the word cool or something. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll do it. Yo, mama. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Oh, no, I removed it. Dang it. Meadowzone pedal. All right, that's a cool comment. And now I can pin your comments to the top. So I could pin comments, and then you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe I want to pin someone's comment. Oh, sorry. Chat's moving fast. Replace pinned. All right. Now, we're super cool. Oh, Corey. Cool, bro? Let's see. Boom. Cool, bro. Look at this. I forgot I could do this. This is amazing. The word cool. Here's my Ibanez Steve I Jim. Right on, man. Those are great. I like the necks on those. Yeah, actually, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. I gotta go. Hell, it's UFC tonight, guys. What up? What up? What up? So unfortunately, I won't get another guitar in here. But I will do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll turn my volume on, and then I'll remember that my guitar's not plugged in, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this. So many layers of me forgetting that I had so many different things turned off. Now, Arthur, in honor of your old white Charvel Super Strat thing. Oh, dude, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Who's on the fight? I'm not real sure. That's just a fight night, Corey. Again, thank you very much, Arthur, for the super chat. It's a fight night. It's Felder versus RDA. So I don't really know who else is on the card. But I think next week is the actual UFC. Like a real UFC. Is Zeppelin medley? Ah, yeah, it is. Look at that. First live stream without a Zeppelin medley. So other than that, guys, thank you all so much for being so awesome. I appreciate it. I will see you all. Hello? Oh, it's you? Okay, I thought it was Squid. I was going to tell him to come in here. I was going to see if Mason wanted to say hi to you guys. Hold on one second. Because he was like, hey, make sure you tell everybody I said hi. So, let me see. See if he might be over at the neighbor's house. I'm not sure. Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, I'll just hang on for 1 second. Because I thought he was home, but like I said, he's usually in and out of the house all day long. We're ending it right now, but I was trying to see if if Mason wanted to come up and say. Yeah. Oh wow. It was worth a try. We have an SGX 2000 pedal board. Do you need one? Oh, you know, I was looking at the pedal board, and I there was one I was gonna buy, but it was like too much. I didn't wanna. Hello? Oh, I thought you were Squid. Okay. It was, I was like expecting Mason, and it was Gabby. Hey, did you want to come up and say hi to everybody? Before I... Okay, before I end the live stream? Okay. He wants to be a YouTuber, so he wants to say hi to everyone. But, I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, the pedal board. They were so expensive. I was like, it's you know, I want to keep doing the 80s stuff, but it was too much.
Hey.
Say hi before I turn everything off.
Hey guys.
Where's he at? Look at him. He's so big now. Watch, you'll probably get the whole stream flagged. I'll blame it all on you. It's all your fault. Alrighty. We're out of here, everybody. I'm gonna rock out for a second.
Jeez. So loud.
Alright, see you guys.